This video is sponsored by another Eden. Hey guys, me, it's your best friend. Welcome back to another IdBeCoolif, where everything's made up and the ideas don't matter. And today we're going to talk about Diablo 2, the assassin class. The assassin's pretty good. You know, she could, some could be better. Some builds could be better. Yada yada yada. You know that assassin? Wom 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 wom. That's the assassin. All right, so let's start off with martial arts skill tree. Just as a refresher, we have like this combo point system here for the martial arts skills. With each consecutive hit with any of these abilities, builds a charge with a maximum of 3 charges. And the effect of whatever the ability is increases with each additional charge. You then unleash those charges and create that effect with a finisher move or any sort of regular attack. Alright, so now that we remember what combo points are, what do we have here? Overall, I would like to see a mechanic built into all these martial arts combo final finisher hit thingies. Maybe just one of them, maybe all 3 of them, but here are my ideas. Combo duration should refresh with any combo hit. So if you start up one combo and then you do another combo and you still haven't unleashed either of them, the first combo charges are being refreshed with any other combo hit you're charging up as well. And every third strike combo hit should have a 100% chance of landing. So no more missing. Ready to do a third combo hit and then you strike and then it goes and misses. Nothing happens. It's an automatic hit. On top of that, I would like to see finishing moves. These are these abilities over here. You know, the kicks and then the yeah. This one, dragon talon thing. No, not that. Not this one. Claws, double claw hit. Having a third charge combo hit and using a finishing move and killing the target retains the third charge combo. That was a little wordy. Basically, if you do it right, you retain the charges of the martial art combo hits as long as you kill them with a finishing move and 3 combo charges. Cobra Strike's another really cool ability. It's used sometimes. I think we can make it a little bit nicer to use though. What it does is steals life and mana. And just like any other life or mana steal, it only works on certain monsters. Some monsters like skeletons or spirits, no life or mana, you can't leech anything off them. So I'd like to see Cobra Strike ignore that and just like Life Tap, always steal no matter what the target is. I also think the third charge should do twice as much healing and mana that it does now. However, it's over time. So you have the option of instant life and mana for charge 1 and 2, but the third charge hit is mana and life over time. Fire Claws and Thunder Claws and Ice Blades are all really cool ideas. They sound cool too. Sounds like Power Rangers or something. However, they're never really used because they're just one element. They don't do enough damage and that's all they do. So you probably would need to buff the damage overall. However, I would like to give these additional functions to them. Fire Claws increases fire resistance and max fire resistance with each charge built up while it's on. Thunder Claws, the same thing, increases lightning resistance and max lightning resistance with each charge you get while it's on. And Ice Blades, same thing, increase cold resistance and max cold resistance with each charge while it's on. However, Ice Blades is the highest level of the 3, so you get an additional defensive function, and that on the third charge you cannot be frozen for its duration. Now you'll want to build these things up. These are now awesome defensive options. Put your guard up against fire, thunder, or ice. The assassin knows how to deal with things. And the final ability is Phoenix Strike, which is a really cool ability. Again, doesn't do enough damage. You get to choose between a fire, lightning, or icing attack depending on 1, 2, or 3 charged combos you've hit them with. You do your thing. However, I think it should just build on top of each other. So charge 2 should use charge 1 and 2, and charge 3 should use all 3 skills. So at the third charge, bam, you hit them with fire, lightning, and ice. I'm sure there could be some more synergy with the Fire Claws, Thunder Claws, and Ice Blades with Phoenix Strike. And there's some opportunity to be creative there. But anyway, this is gonna be good because now we get to see some martial art assassins at the end game, and not just a bunch of trap assassins. At least for me, I don't know. That's the only ones I see. But before we continue, a word from our sponsor.
Another day, another video, another Eden. Today's episode is sponsored by Another Eden. If you're a fan of JRPGs, I think this will tickle your fancies. Another Eden is having a crossover with Chrono Cross. It's a Chrono crossover. This news story is written by Masato Kato, the original writer of the Chrono series, in addition to these iconic stories as well. Chrono Cross was released in 2000 here in Canada and was developed by Square, now as we all know them as Square Enix, and is a sequel to Chrono Trigger, which is hailed by critics as one of the top JRPGs of all time. All players get access to this new exclusive Chrono Cross story, and all the Chrono Cross characters are not locked behind a paywall or a gotcha mechanic. They can all be obtained by playing the crossover story. Smiley face. Special content like the Chrono Cross stuff. This includes the Persona 5. Ooh, Persona 5, I didn't know that. This includes the Persona 5 and the Tales of series events as well. You know, like Tales of Arcadia and Tales of Symphonia and Tales of...
I don't know if Arcadia is one.
Is not? Tales of...
You're thinking of Skies of Arcadia.
Oh. Tales of Two Cities. Relive the Chrono experience with the exclusive music overseen by Yasunori Mitsuta. He was behind the original Chrono series soundtracks, if you must know, alongside unique Chrono mechanics, including New Game Plus, multiple endings, and more. Click the link below, download the game, and have a nostalgic punch in the face.
What are you doing? Why are you doing an accent?
Because it's funny. Because, I don't know, I'm having fun. Whatever. Leave me alone.
Now onto the Shadow Discipline skill tree. I think it'd be cool if Claw Mastery changed to Claw and Dagger Mastery. I feel like assassins would use daggers. I'd really like to see daggers be used more for assassins. So Claw and Dagger Mastery now allows for daggers as well. You can also dual wield daggers, and whenever you're dual wielding with daggers or claws, your attack speed is increased more than it normally would be as a base to this skill. It's thematic. It works, right? Assassin. Psychic Hammer. I feel like Psychic Hammer should be able to stun targets. The higher the level, the longer they're stunned. Again, it would be a great strategic option for the assassin when there's like shamans raising stuff or those unraveler dudes. Shadow Warrior and Shadow Master are a little bit different. Like one uses your abilities, the other one uses any assassin abilities, even if you don't have them. I'd like to see them pushed a little bit more in different directions, where one's like more defensive and one's more offensive. Maybe one hangs around your character more and the other one attacks like range, prioritizes like ranged enemies more. Either way, I would also like to see these Shadow Warriors and Shadow Masters actually look like Shadow. Like this. It's scary. Venom is another skill that I think it could be improved. I think it should prevent monster healing because it's Venom, you know, it's poison. And I think it should also slow the target. Overall, I think poison damage needs to be buffed in this game, so it probably could use some of that as well. Now on to the most OP assassin, the Traps Assassin. And honestly, Lightning Sentry, Death Sentry, kind of Wake of Fire is... Those are the traps that you use. Oh, and then the firebomb thing. That is really powerful with its synergies. It's like 5k damage. And you can throw it like... So what about these other skills? They need some love? Especially these blade ones over here. Nothing's happening with them. I love Blade Sentry. I recently played Assassin with Blade Sentry, beat normal with it. But it's not good after that. It's terrible. It's such a fun play style. These blades swinging around everywhere. They're just buzzing around every which way. And it feels really assassin-y. So I'd really like to see Blade Sentry get buffed. Allow it to do an open wound, crushing blow, and all that good stuff. Increase the weapon damage percentage per level instead of it being stagnant at like 25 or 30% or whatever it is. I also think the cooldown should be reduced slightly each time you level it up because there is a cooldown delay. And maybe you should be able to proc any weapon attack. So any spells that you can proc on your equipment, the stuff, you know, like chain lightning and crap like that. Having these spinning blades everywhere should be able to proc those things. That'd be mayhem. Blade Shield is another cool thing. It's got spinning blades around you, returns damage to any attackers. However, again, not very good. I basically would want the same type of synergies or the same type of things that I said with Blade Sentry. Just carry them over to Blade Shield. And I think it could be good. Increase the weapon damage percent per level. Allow it to proc things on your equipment. And maybe you should increase weapon block effectiveness once it's on. I thought that would be kind of cool because, you know, Blade Shield. Weapon, it's parrying stuff, you know what I'm saying? I would also like to see Blade Fury have a bit of a rework. Maybe it bounces off targets. Maybe it does like more of like a multi-shot spread attack. And if it's high enough level, it's like a Nova and it encompasses the assassin. So it goes like in a circle shot. Or maybe you just need some synergies from the Blade Shield or Blade Sentry. Deal more damage or whatever. But again, this is a skill I almost never see. Now onto the elemental stuff. One thing that shocks me about Shockweb. Actually, let's talk about Shockweb. One thing that shocks me about Shockweb is that it doesn't shock people. I think it should have a chance to stun per hit. And probably as it levels up and it covers more and more ground. I mean, it kind of does that already, but more. Make it more of a crowd control than like a damage spell. Another thing that I'm shocked about, there's no ice traps. You know, the thing that actually like traps you and sticks you. It's kind of weird. So maybe Wake of Inferno should be like Wake of Winter or something. Does like Frost Nova or Chance to Freeze. Instead of another boring like spell casting, like Fire Trap. That way it's not competing as much with the other traps, but it's used for its utility, its crowd control, instead of just its damage. I'd also like to see Charge Bolt Sentry changed to like a Nova Sentry. That way the spread damage is a lot more clear and it can do things that Lightning Sentry can't. It can hit all around it. So when there's tons of guys, you'll actually use the Nova Sentry over the Lightning Sentry. However, if there's lots of guys in like a narrow passageway or in front of you, the Lightning Sentry is the way to go. I also thought of a completely different ability that I would like to see for the assassin for these traps. It's either a lightning or a fire trap. You place one trap here and then you place another trap there and it creates like a lightning wall or a firewall. And then the more traps you place, the more connections that are made. You can have up to 5, just like any other traps, and it makes all these lightning or firewalls. To be honest, these traps are always kind of weird to me because they feel like just spells. I kind of would like to see them more trappish, but I wouldn't know how to do that without changing a whole lot of stuff on here. Also, a lot of people like these things, so you wouldn't want to change it. All right, guys, that's it for this IdBeCoolif. Do you like the assassin ideas we thought of here? What are your ideas? Which one did you like the most? Which one did you not like? Hope you enjoyed this video, and of course, remember to click our sponsor in the link below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.